Hey guys, Adrian Kid Guru here, and as you can tell, I'm obviously in a different setting. I'm sitting here having a coffee. It's about lunchtime. I just got back, and it's obviously a work day here, but I wanted to shoot this video. I'm sitting in my living room here in front of my front door here with the window, just really nice natural light, and I think it comes off well. Anyways, today I want to talk to you guys about a topic of the philosophy of money. I think this is a really interesting thing, and on this channel, like I said, I want to bring different viewpoints, different educational stuff. And I want to give my own perspective, and when I say the philosophy, I want to do this with a couple of topics. But when I mean the philosophy of it, I mean jumping into the values, the meaning and the thoughts behind certain topics, in this case, money. I want to talk about my opinions on values that we've had across history and explaining the thought and the essence behind money in this case, because it's a really controversial topic. This stemmed from an Instagram account I set up as a joke with a friend, that I thought it was blatant trolling. You can follow it if you want. It's at Guru Money. I'm determined on getting it following. But the idea of it, beyond the trolling and all of that, is a really simple idea. It's simply that it's a value I've always had with money, and it's that if you weren't there to help me earn the money, if you weren't there directly to influence me or help me essentially along the way of making that money, guess what? You have zero room to judge what I do with it and what I spend it on. I think that's pretty much as simply as I can put it. If you didn't help me earn the money, I don't give a damn what you think about what I do with it. Whether it's me buying some watch that's super expensive or some shoes or this, that, or the other, you might not agree with it, but I don't really care because you weren't there to help me earn it. I think it's as simple as that, really. It's a controversial topic in the fact that it's like design, it's like fashion. How can you judge somebody so much on those things? Because why even argue about those things? Because it's different. It's based on style. It's based on preference. The same with money. I'll buy what I want to buy because it's my money. It's as simple as I can put it. And now people who know me in real life, people who know me in some capacity, whether it's internet, etc., know that, yeah, a lot of things I do, I won't, skip on details. I won't lie about it. It's for money. It's sort of greed, not just for the money for myself, but money in general is a big motivator in the things I do, whether it's the work I do, or why I get up every morning and, why I get up and do what I do. It's for the money. Let's make no mistake about that. I have very different viewpoints on money because I grew up earning money at an early age. I have a stronger work ethic than, I guess, the average 18-year-old, I guess you could say. But that's the thing. I see money in such a different perspective, such a different light, that I kind of want to shed some viewpoints on that. Now, looking at money in its simplest form is an exchange. It's a currency standard which we set saying this equals that, and its simplest form. And money is really interesting because if you look at money, when you have none of it, it's a problem. Obviously, you can't pay for certain things. And when you have a lot of it, people like Buffett, Gates, these really rich, people out there, they have problems too. I know that sounds like rich people problems, but look, the more money you make, the more you have to protect, the more you have to worry, not just about the government and taxing and all these things, but how you're going to protect that in terms of all these different liabilities that come with you being a richer person and being more of a target for whatever. These guys have to walk around with bodyguards. Their lifestyle is much more different than the middle class person when you're that of such status. And money as a symbol is just, that's what it is. It's a symbol in society nowadays, whether you want to think of it or not. If you think of success, I talk about this a lot. Success, despite where a lot of people, I agree that there's a lot of people out there who don't have a lot of money, who've done amazing things and didn't get, recognition or don't need all that money to show for it. But nonetheless, people in society still measure success in terms of earnings and net worth and all these things. That's just how it is. I mean, if you talk about Bill Gates, for example, a lot of people in somewhat capacity know what he did and know which company he represented and what he founded Microsoft, this, that, and the other. But people still see him, oh yeah, that's the richest guy in the world. He's one of the richest guys in the world. Because money, again, it's that symbol. But to me, money, it's really, really, it's a hard topic to look at because people have, again, like I said, different varying viewpoints. But it's still, nonetheless, I think people don't want to accept money is the foundation of our society. It's the core of our society. It's just, that's how it is. I mean, look, to survive, you need the three basic necessities in life being, food and water and clothes and shelter. Those are basic necessities. And guess what? In some capacity, you need money for all of those things. I'm not saying you need to be the richest of the rich, but you still need to afford those common necessities in life. That said, money, it's it divides us in society. Yes, the poor, the upper, and or the poor, the middle, and the upper class, of course, like I said. But I think that this notion that people have of money and the fact that if you look at it in a grand scheme of things, everything you do in life, and this may sound depressing, is for money. That's basically what I boil it down to. So that's why when I talk to people and they tell me like, well, why are you working so hard and blah blah blah, it's like I'm doing what you're trying to do 10 years in advance. And what I mean by that, look, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna go maybe to college, and from college you're gonna get a career, and you're gonna maybe spend 8 years. If you want to go to medical school, maybe you'll spend 8 years, and then you'll go off to career. And why? Because you need money. You want money. It's for the money. You get a better job for better pay. And for, yes, the most part, some of you will probably go to medical school and want to become a doctor to help people. That's okay. Impact while making a living is fine. That's definitely a thing, but you still need to make a living. That's what I'm trying to get at. I love the work I do, and I'd do it even if I wasn't getting paid, but the fact of the matter is I would still need to do something to get paid, because I still need to buy food, I still need to buy clothes, I still need to live under a roof, I still need to make money. So everything in capacities is, in a bigger scheme of things, you do it for money. That's as simple as I can put it. So that's why when it comes to things like money can't buy you happiness, people will say this, people will say, some people are so poor, all they have is money. I think that's total BS. I think that's a load of bullshit that you're going to hear from people. And the reason why I think it's total bullshit, because people look at it in such a narrow-minded view. There's things money can't buy you, all right? There's these existential, spiritual things like time with loved ones, time with people who pass away. Money can't buy you that. Money can't buy you health. Money can't buy you everlasting health. People like Steve Jobs are a prime example of that. Money can't buy you love. Money can't buy you things like that. Yeah, that's things money will never be able to touch. But happiness, I think people have, again, that narrow-minded view of happiness. Happiness to me isn't just my own well-being. That's a part of it, but it's the people around me who mean so much to me. Family, close friends, stuff like that. And happiness, what money is? Money is comfort. Money is security. Money is safety in this society and in this world that we live in. If you have money and if you have a decent amount of it, that's putting a kid through college. That's putting a roof over your head and food on the table. That's happiness to me. If you have enough money to do that, that's happiness. So why not shoot for more? Money can buy happiness in every sense of the word. I truly think. And even if it's simple things like, I want to buy a new car. I bought a super expensive Rolex or whatever it may be. That's happiness to me. I earned it. I worked for that money, and it's things I find pride and joy of. Not because there are these luxury brands and they're super like, oh, look at me, flashy type stuff. But no, because I worked for it. Because that's something I think is an investment in a sort of way. I think, smarter buying. I like buying expensive things or luxurious things. And for the most part, sometimes when you buy really good quality products, that saves you a lot in the long run. I'm not saying every luxury brand is good quality, but for the most part, that's what I'm trying to get at. Money can buy you happiness. I think anybody who tells you otherwise, one, is either doesn't have any, or two, just has such an obscure view of money and what it does. Money is a tool. Yeah, money is an inanimate object. Money is like your smartphone or your laptop or this camera. In itself, they can't provide you happiness like a person can, because they don't interact with you on a person-to-person basis. They're tools, and what you do with them can provide happiness. The same with money. I don't know how to put it any other way. So when it comes down to it, yes, everything I do in retrospect is for money. But at the same time, I understand that money isn't everything. I think it was best said in that Kanye West song, having money isn't everything, not having it is. I think that's a good perspective to put. When you come from nothing to something, yeah, it's nice to have all these luxuries. It's awesome. I love, luxuries. I love nice things, like I said. But it's that fear of not having any. It's that fear of losing it all that keeps me going, to be honest. It's that fear of not having any money and all of that, and not succeeding where I want to succeed. And I think, you only live this life once, and yes, your money isn't going to matter much when you go into a grave, and how many zeros in your bank account doesn't make you a better person. But guess what? How many zeros I have in my bank account, how much money I have when I die as a person, guess who that's going to help? That's going to help my extended family. That's going to help my kids. That's going to help whoever's left that is tied to me. And I can die happy knowing that. So I live life on the basis that, yeah, I'm only gonna live once, and some people, they can live life simply, they can live life within their own bounds, but I push that because I think you should get what you're worth in life. If you think you can make $1 million, why not shoot for that? No, it's not easy. Nothing is easy in this life. Nothing is guaranteed in this life. But to me, money is just a motivator. Money is more. Money is in a sense, it's a thing that we chase all our life, and you can never have enough of. But obviously, you can't do without. That's what money is to me. So that's how I want to put it. I think that's the philosophy of money, if anything, to me. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. You guys can leave those all down in the comments below. And with that, guys, I will catch you all in the next video.